Hello everybody, Amy Medford Knife and Tool, end of the Friday, and I have Jeff holding the camera, Samantha in the back creating nice dance club music, and we have DLT trading queued up, and I'm not going to talk anymore. This stuff is so shit hot, we got to dive right in. Let's do it! Alright, I'll start with the fixed blade here. Paul was recently at Blade Show and picked up some fixed blades, the Bonfire being one of his favorites. So we have a 3V PVD black on black, and I believe he has a couple headed his way. So if you just got to have one, he has several of those. All right, starting with our more streamlined economy line, kind of classic and straightforward, I'm going to run down the line. 187 drop point, all titanium, bronze handle and spring. And Jeff, you can bring it in just a little more if you want. Micro Praetorian G, a little bit unique, a satin D2 blade, $. The D2 blade steel is stamped on the back. We only made a small batch of the $sign micros. Slim Midi Marauder. Apparently Paul at DLT cannot keep these on the shelf. So we have another S35 PVD with blue handle and spring. A Proxima S35 partial satin with bronze anodized handles and springs. Handle and spring. I believe they have a few of those as well. And on Belay, one of its kind. This one was flamed on the laser engraved vintage USA tattered flag there. D2 satin blade and a blue anodized spring to complement the blade. This is very cool. This is a new piece of artwork that was generated by Adam, who is one of our folding assembly technicians, who also has taken over our lasering as Sean is no longer with us. Just a beautiful, I can't tell if that's an eagle. Can you tell?
It's either a raven or a hawk, maybe.
You can tell, I know, someone's going to say by the curve of the beak, they'll know.
Sweet.
But it's got definitely an Edgar Allan Poe appeal to it, kind of dark and brooding, very cool. Covers the whole handle, great knife to do it on. S35 tumble blade. And again, the H's have the Fat Daddy clip. The second TFF-H has a satin S35 blade, a custom flamed handle, a bronze anodized spring. The second one with the satin blade had some interesting kind of blades of grass, I'm going to call it, sculpting, and this ghosted in kind of ethereal flaming, I don't know, very cool. Very cool. And a bronze anodized spring. So that's not too matchy-matchy, right? And then we have a plethora of Marauders here.
Marauder madness.
Marauder madness. All 3V blade steel. I have a 3V PVD Tonto, drop point, Tonto, Tonto. And a varying degree of customizations. Flamed handle, bronze spring. No more flaming on the spring, people. Dark blue anodized and bead blasted handle and spring. Grooves went in before process, so it's nice and brushed and deep and matte. And if you notice, the perimeters have been polished and then the color laid on. So we have polished and blue anodized perimeters on the scales. This one very much looks like a predator to me. It's got natural, organic, lizard-like bead blast in bronze to violet fade. And again, because of the bead blasting, it's got that dark matte appearance. No grooves on this one. That allows Joe to kind of dig in and do some deep sculpting. It's got a sunburst with contoured edges around the outside. This one here has been faced, and by that I mean hand burnished to create not a pure polish, but a kind of a burnished appeal on the top. It's bronze with violet recesses in the sculpting and in the grooves. Really nice contrast there. And this last one here, 3V Vulcan Tonto. And you know, not all of the Vulcan blades are like this one here, bright oranges like the Canyons of Sedona, but this one still is very cool. Dark brooding bronze. We have titanium hardware PVD coated, PVD handle and spring with the grooves done post-process and some custom sculpting applied to it. And two, yes, you are not seeing incorrectly here, two left-handed Praetorian tees. One kind of classic D2 PVD Tonto with violet handle and spring. And I'm telling you, guys, if you're a left-hand carry, these are the last of the last. I don't have any more left-handed Praetorian tees on order, so if for some reason the parts straggle through and they're available, that's pretty much it. We are not going to create these again. I feel so bad because we had one of our Centurion Dirty Dozen in here just recently today, Ron, who probably would have just snagged this and put it right in his pocket. S35, gorgeous Vulcan Tonto blade, PVD handle and spring. I mean, come on now. Forget about it.
He might have even paid for it.
He might have even paid for it, right? You never know about these guys. And a full Praetorian tie, S35 tumble tanto, with custom anodizing and sculpting on it. Looks like Joe went into the grooves and kind of wore away at it. He added some custom grooves to complement what he did on the... Actually, you know what? I don't even know if this had grooves to begin with. I think he put that in there because it's on the top too.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very cave-like. Wickedly cool. All right, Praetorian tie ends the wickedly cool display of knives headed out to DLT Trading today. Paul, I'm sorry I missed you at Blade Show, but I'm so happy that you have this group of knives headed your way. Anyone who's watching, definitely get on their website or stop down at their store. You guys, until the next time, I'm out.